Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. A few days back, we got some brand new leaks and data mined info for Battlefield 6. This is pertaining to some future seasonal content updates. We're talking the Season 2 update, which should be in early 2026. And surprisingly enough, we've also got some details on some Season 3 content as well. Now, keep in mind, as always, when we are discussing leaks and rumors here, this stuff at the end of the day is just leaks and rumors. Nothing here is 100% official. It's not 100% confirmed until EA, DICE, anyone from the Battlefield team actually talks about this stuff or they post about it in any official capacity. So things here could absolutely be scrapped, adjusted, delayed to a further date. Obviously, that's just sort of the leaking business and what happens with all this information. But this stuff is largely coming from Temporal, known leaker and data miner that we've talked about quite a few times here on the channel. Then also Sean Weber, aka Just for Leaks, over on Twitter, with a few interesting teases and details on what's to come here in Battlefield 6. So let's start first with the major info dump from Temporal, saying updated references to unreleased Battlefield 6 content have been found. In total, we've got 4 new weapons referenced here, including the MG5, the Bren 2, the Scorpion Evo 3, then also the Scorpion VZ61 as a secondary here. In addition to that, there's also mentions to the AH6 Little Bird loadout options for Season 2, the jet ski for Season 3, which feeds into a larger conversation, and a couple of gadget references, including the airburst, the sticky grenade launcher, the AT launcher, and the RGO. Now, there are a few additional details on top of these specifics here. Obviously, the weapons are pretty straightforward. There's not many additional details for those. It's just the MG5, the Bren 2, the Scorpion Evo 3, and the Scorpion VZ61. Pretty standard weapons. We've seen some of these before, of course. Now, as for the AH6 Little Bird, this, of course, has already been spotted in Portal usage. You can mess around with it there, and this is one that we've known about for a little while now. Now we just have more details on it thanks to the Temporal data mine here, including the custom loadout options for the Little Bird. So presumably within Season 2 as a primary, you'll be able to select the minigun, the GAU-19 or the LR-30. As a secondary option here, the APKWS, Hellfire, Hydra 70, or the Stinger options. For equipment, you could use flares, the motion sensor, or the thermal smoke. Then the passenger in the Little Bird's going to gain access to the thermal scanner, and then also the directional jammer as well. So quite a few ways you could kit out your Little Bird for official gameplay. I know a lot of people are pretty excited to see that one return. As far as the gadgets go, again, we've got some exact specifics here. So with the airburst grenade launcher, this is going to be the SICK G1 frag. Chambered in 40mm grenades, this weapon fires frag grenades that can explode mid-fight to eliminate targets behind cover. We also have the GL4 sticky. This is going to be the sticky grenade launcher, hence the name there. Chambered in 40mm sticky grenades that can adhere to surfaces, vehicles, or soldiers, can be carried standalone or underslung. The M32 OA1AT, which is the anti-vehicle grenade launcher chambered in 40mm anti-tank grenades, ideal for combating enemy armor, can be carried standalone or underslung. Then also the RGO, the impact grenade, a fragmentation grenade that provides a quick explosion at the cost of less damage, detonates on contact. So quite a few interesting details there for some potential Season 2 stuff. Season 3 then also, like I said earlier, sort of introduces a larger conversation, or I guess carries on a larger conversation from earlier in the year, as the leaked vehicle here, the leaked content for Season 3, is that jet ski, a fast, agile watercraft perfect for rapid assaults and quick getaways across rivers and coastal zones. You may recall right around launch time, there was a lot of discussion about the lack of naval warfare in Battlefield 6. This is something that a few of the devs actually responded to on Twitter saying, hey, this is certainly something we're interested in. And we even got an official Battlefield Communications update post regarding the Season 1 content. This excerpt here is saying, we have a new Battle Royale coming. Separately, requests for naval warfare have not gone unnoticed, nor have the calls for certain fan favorite little helicopter platoons and more. So obviously that is one, teasing the Little Bird, which we now have leaked here, but also the requests for naval warfare have not gone unnoticed. That is them saying, hey, we know you guys want naval warfare. It's something we're working on. Previously, we've had the RHIBs talked about in the files. We obviously have those in RedSec available on the coast, but they were mentioned specifically for multiplayer, which would indicate some maps with some larger water areas would be coming. And then also the jet ski. Now, this is all pointing in the same direction. If you catch my drift here, we are going to see some naval warfare based maps, or at least have naval warfare as an experience on some future maps here looking like in season 3. So we've got that to look forward to on the horizon, but that's not it for the leaks today. And keep in mind, as we are going through everything here, if you guys enjoy the video, you find the information helpful, do me a favor, drop a like on the video. It's always seriously appreciated. Cannot thank you guys enough for all the love and support you guys show day in and day out. Also, if you're new to the channel, you want to ensure you're up to date with everything going on in Battlefield, this is the place to be, so feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. Next up, Temporal was asked if there was any info in the files about some old maps making a return, any remasters on the horizon, and Temporal simply says it's the usual suspects here. Propaganda, Tala Market, and then Downtown, although there is still some uncertainty with that one. Temporal does mention that they believe Propaganda is next on the release list. However, that is just a guess based on the number of references to it in the game file. So there should, I guess, be a lot going on as far as Propaganda references go. Temporal also mentioned that based on a few recent changes in the client, it looks like the Panzerfaust 3 is still also an option for a future weapon update, a future launcher update. So that could potentially be, on the horizon as well. The last bit of information that we've got here is from Sean Weber, just for Leaks 2 over on Twitter, and he posted this little teaser the other day, simply with Battlefield 6 and then the snow emoji and a snowy mountain emoji, responding to his own tweet saying, "Sorry for teasing, but this is all going to make sense soon." Based on the responses here in, the replies, it seems like a lot of people are leaning towards this being some kind of reference to Albor's Mountains here. So potentially that map returning as well in a future update. Obviously, the giant large scale map, something that a lot of people think Battlefield 6 needs more of, and some of the references here certainly would allude to them, supporting that. Plus, we also have dev comments directly saying they do want to focus a little bit more on that. Also, Albor's Mountains, one of the prettiest maps in all of Battlefield history, at least in my own opinion here. So quite a few interesting leaks and rumors out there now in regards to some future Battlefield 6 updates, specifically with season 2. Seeing the bulk of the leaks here makes sense, obviously, since that's the next update that's next in line here in early 2026. Based on the schedule that they've been keeping so far, we've had one major content update and seasonal update a month, basically, obviously, with season 1 kicking off in October, then California Resistance here in November, then we've also got Winter Offensive in December. So if they're sticking with this monthly schedule, then presumably in January we could see season 2 release, although there's no official information on any exact dates or anything there. That's something we're going to have to keep an eye on. Potentially in some future updates, we see some new files added in, we could get a better understanding of when exactly season 2 is going to kick off. And once we have that information, once it's been leaked or officially talked about in any capacity from the devs themselves, we'll be covering that here on the channel. So stay tuned for that alongside everything else going on in the world of Battlefield by hitting that sub button. And once again, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like on your way out. But that's going to wrap things up. Once more, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.